And we're live. It is LocalSupport client meeting, Branch Action Harrow Cooperative. Sam and Rachel are here. I'll just go on to screen share. There we go. At our new regular time. Yes. So yeah, I've got the meeting. Have you got anything to add to the agenda today, particularly, Rachel?
No. I think
good share. No worries. I mean, we've got. We talked last week about how being able to automatically update the charities might be valuable. I haven't looked any further at that. I think that's really an action item for me. I mean, it's something that I was. Yeah, I need to review all of the. I mean, the place that we originally got the data from actually kind of like, I don't know, it sort of stopped working, and then I mean it's been a while now, so I need to check in. You mentioned the Bethnal Green incubator last week, and I passed that on to some of our marketing people here, and yes, they know them, and we're sort of going to see if they're interested in getting involved in our charity jamboree, which we had last Wednesday. I realised that I totally forgot to show you Google Analytics last week.
The invitation, so I had a look at it.
Yes. So the Google Analytics is all set up. It's running. We can see lots of information like this.
Okay, I didn't find that page. It's interesting.
Oh right, yeah. This is that. So if you scroll down to behaviour, and then this is behaviour flow through the site, and so you can see that of the people that have been tracked, and the large majority come in through the landing page, and then we can see where they a lot of them go to. So people from the landing page going to group details on there. Where, you can see which organisations have been looked at. You can see, user sign-ins. I mean, I think if we go and look at our audience overview, and we see, by country, I think we see there's quite a lot coming in through the States, and I think that may reflect our developers in the States who are doing that, rather than necessarily large numbers of people in the States who are interested in
Harrow.
In Harrow. So, but anyway, but you're familiar with Google Analytics. I've given Alex access to it as well. So I'll let you drill down in there to find out whatever you need.
Okay. Yeah.
What would be nice would be some mechanism in order to exclude the people who are the developers on the site. I mean, although that said, actually, I guess
it shows quite a lot of people are unique, aren't they? So to me, that was quite positive, because I think that first circle that was mostly blue.
Right.
So I presume that the developers would be in the greens, and so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I think what we do have, the site is kind of linked to from many places, and Agile Ventures, So I think I kind of go around showing it to people in various things. So yeah. But it's no, you're right. Maybe I was misinterpreting that in terms. I mean, I also wonder about how many of these are Google search engines coming through, and just, I mean, particularly when I looked at the behavior flow overview, the large, like for the people going to the landing page, the large number going to organizations/1, which I don't know that we have linked to from the front page, and that sort of, I don't know. Anyway, interesting. Anyway, so that's all there and accessible. Our search ranking remains similar, and still without subpages. There we go. And in the background, we do need to do this data migration, but I think that will probably happen the week after next. So we've talked about Google Analytics. The main two things is one, I have now pushed out onto the main site the upgrade that we talked about to the invitations framework. So in principle, you can now start sending invitations again, and they should work. It might be good to, rather than sending a very large number, You know, maybe even send one to someone that you know. Just, I mean, it's sort of tested and it should work, but you know, sometimes when you upgrade the software in the background, you know, there may be, you know, unforeseen issues. Yeah, anyway, but that is now deployed and that's out. So that's out of the way, which is good. The other thing is, yeah, as I sent you the link, John, I think with also Marianne and Michael, has worked on this new interface.
Yes.
Which, did you get a chance to
Yeah,
look
I've had a look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of that new interface?
Yeah, I think it's good, and I've had to play around with it. And
yeah, I mean, this is something that you were, you know, that saying that you think people, you know, that there's certain particular people who are interested in this triple characterization.
I think so. I think because of, you know, some people are looking particularly for youth projects or something like that. So,
Indeed. Is there so? I mean, I guess the only potential concern is that now, you know, we're making the interface slightly more complicated. Is there, you know, but how do you feel about it? Is this, from your point of view, should we just roll this out as it is, and that will be the, you know, the default landing page that people find themselves on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think what they've done with it's quite clean.
Yeah.
You know, I think the alignment of the text, and, you know, well, it'd be interesting in some ways to show it to, you know, put it in front of users. I guess I sort of feel like there's a room for these, you know, what they do, who they help, how they help, self-explanatory. One could even have, you know, tooltips on them to help with that.
When we go to the drop-down menu, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, well, what's not necessarily clear is that these correspond to the government categories that are being used, but yeah, I don't.
I don't think that's necessarily that important for people using.
No, maybe not. Yeah. So, well, if you're happy with it, I mean, I need to do a further sort of code review, and I know that they were starting to chat about whether these were doing. I think at the moment it does OR. So basically, the reason that you get quite a large number of results is that rather than looking specifically for somebody who is working with disability for the general public on providing individual grants, it looks for the combination of any charity, any of these.
Why I couldn't get any. I was trying to find an empty one to see what would happen. I think it would work better because if you only wanted one, you would just fill in the box.
Yeah. So, but I think what I hear from, I think John and Michael have just started talking about an adjustment that would make it, you know, easy to switch between those two different things. So we'll see what they come up with. But yeah, from your point of view, you like the look of the interface, and this could go out from, you know, and see what the public thinks of it.
Yeah, well, I think to me, I think the fact that I would see it as a priority of making the list shorter rather than bigger.
Right, you'd rather that the default was that it was the intersection of these three things rather than the union. In mathematical terms. Yeah. Yes. Well, I'll pass that on. I'll pass that on to the chat. Rachel suggests handing the search as a better default. Yeah. Good show. Yeah. So that's nice to be able to show that to you. I think was there something else to show you. I think that might be it. Let's go over to our system here. So yeah, so I mean the guy who was the Makers Academy graduate who was working on these map icons thing hasn't followed up. So I think you were talking about doubling up on that, as in having another thing to indicate what the small icon meant.
Yeah.
But and I think maybe we'll, you know, need to take that out of his hands. We'll see. I won't give him a few more days to respond. But yeah, I mean, with that exposing other categories, the next things that we've got in the list, the next feature that we've got, you know, just look at we've got a few bits and pieces of bugs, none of them very larger ones. But so the next thing that we would work on after this would be this process of removing the Google form for the new organization edition.
Okay. Yeah.
And is that I mean, the other things we've got in the pipeline there are having the search input bar stay on the organization view pages, although that potentially is more controversial, I guess. You know, the idea was before when it was sort of a single one-line search bar that would appear at the top, but now we've got this more complex 4-line thing at the top. But that itself could stay, or a simplified version of it, you know, could appear above the charity itself.
Yeah, it'd be quite a long.
Yeah, although it may highlight the you know, if you've searched for certain categories, then you see those above it. Anyway, we can look at interfaces when that comes up, and yeah, some other things there. But from your point of view, the priority order, these are the next 4 features that we've got.
A new organisation form would be good.
Yeah, so that does sound like the next priority then, is to like, yeah, remove the Google form and get that organisation adding process, you know, linked into the, you know, directly integrated into the site.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Good show. I think that's about the size of it then. Is there anything else that we should be chatting about?
No, I think that's probably it. I think anything. I might suggest a new name, because on your categories on who they help.
Yes.
Under ethnic, I think I'll probably suggest different.
Sure. Yes. Well, just let us know. I'm sure that's a relatively easy change. So yeah, just let us know.
Yeah.
I don't think that comes from the government database thing, but yeah, we can easily.
It might just be ethnic minorities.
Yes, we can easily remap that. And I guess so. The thing that we fixed for you last week, which was the site admin thing, had super admin stuff. That's all.
Yeah, that's
all working now. So your volunteers are able to work through those. Okay. Yeah, short and sweet. We'll see if we can get, you know, how quickly we can get this new feature out into production. Yeah. All right. Same time next week then?
Yes. Yep, sounds good.
Thanks, Rachel. Bye for now.
Thanks, bye.